Well, as big as the deal we make the Winston All Stars to be about and everything. Well, this truthfully is the main event at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As we're here for the next points pay racing on the season, I believe stop number 14 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Back to this racetrack again for the running of the Coca-Cola 600. It's the longest race of the season, 60 laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we should be in for some great racing here today. And what a difference a new sponsor can make for your car, because Nathan Hudson at 185 miles an hour gets the pole for this race here today as he debuts the new Interstate Batteries colors for this race here. The Interstate Batteries Sailor Moon Chevrolet on his number 18 car. He's alongside Dylan Poteet, car number 22. The Caterpillar Dodge sits alongside. Second row sees Trent Dunham in car number 1, and beside him the winner at Homestead. It is Dylan Young in the Miller Ford, car number 2. Third row, Cole Deaver in car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. And beside him will be Levi McIntyre in the Marvel Studios Zeb Bellringer WWE SKF Ford, his car number being 99. Going to row number 4, we see number 97, Zach Winkle, a great qualifying run for him. He sits alongside the winner at Texas, Quentin Moore in car 89, racing with Jesus Boss Hog Barbecue Sauce Ford. Next row down sees Nikki Martinez in 42, and beside her be car number 20, Cole Baker. Next row down has number 43, Mike Becker, and beside him car number 11, Jessica Shelton, the Budweiser Ford. She has one of her in-car cameras in today's race, by the way. She won the season at Martinsville. Next row down sees car 52, Mason Wood in the G Fuel Dodge. She's alongside car number 01, Jake Emerson in the U.S. Army Jimmy John's Chevrolet, excuse me. Next row down sees car number 88, Kate Anderson in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. She's alongside number 39, Keith Batson in the Napa Auto Parts Ford, the winner of the season in the Daytona 500. Next row down sees car number 76, Ty Dent in the Suicide Squad Joker Ford. He's alongside car number 14, Matt McIntyre in the Advanced Auto Parts Ford, car 14. Next row down behind Ty Dent is his wife Cassie in car 84, the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn Ford. Her car number is 84. She's alongside car number 8, Matt Haas, the surprise winner in the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte Motors here on the same track. Can he do it today in the 600? Well, we'll find out. Next row down sees car 4, William Brocken, alongside car number 12, Mitchell Collins. Next row down has car number 5, Phil Parker. He's alongside number 69, Kev Shearer. Kev won the season in the race at Richmond. Next row down is Kat Batson in car number 70, the Jelly Belly Ford. She's alongside number 24, Tyler Deaver in the DuPont Chevrolet. Next row down has the winner at Sonoma, Charles Sanford, in the number 03 Vanilla Coke Chevrolet, and Joshua Osborne, car number 10, the Driven to Honor Chevrolet. Next row down, Taylor Gertis in car 41. He's alongside car number 91, and it's Jordan Anderson, who won the first segment in the Winston All-Star race at least. Next row down, he's Jesse Turner in 17, the winner at California. He's alongside Jay Jefferson in car 48, the Pizza Hut Chevrolet. Next round is Zachary Fitzwater in 59, beside him, the winner at Talladega. He's alongside Johnny Gardner, the only two-time winner of the season so far. He won at Bristol and Rockingham in the Crowley Foods Chevrolet. Next row, Ryan George in 30, and number 25, Seth Cole, who had that heartbreaking loss at Sonoma, California, when the engine blew up with 3 laps remaining while leading in that race. And you know someone would love some redemption on that. We'll love to have some redemption off that race. Next row down, Kyle Matthews, winner at North Wilkesboro in the number 9 Mellow Yellow Pontiac. He sits beside the winner at Atlanta, Zach Rogers, and number 6, the Burger King Dodge. Starting shotgun the field, be car number 19, Rob Evans in the Ineos Motorol Chevrolet. And shotgun the field be Angel Navarro in the Z-Line Designs New York Rangers Pontiac. In-car cameras today will be carried by Jessica Shelton, Kyle Matthews, and Charles Sanford. Those three will be carrying cameras for today's race and the 600 at Charlotte. And this race might require a pit stop, possibly within the last 10 laps. That's what usually happens in this race, too. So we'll see what happens here. And in the air is electric here at Charlotte. Here comes the command to fire them up. commands we can give the the engines as we get several racing here. The field rolls off a pit road, and we'll be back for the green flag right after this. Field is making their way through to the third and fourth corners here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as they'll get the green flag this time by Nathan Hudson. Boy, like I said, what a debut for this new car he's driving here this season. He's driving here as he comes off turn number 4. He has the pole at 185 miles an hour. Dylan Pote sits alongside of him as the green flag flies. And boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. Off in the turn number 3, they come here. Trent Dunham moves to the low side as he moves alongside Hudson. Off to number 4. Who's going to lead this first lap? I think it looks like it may be Dunham who leads this first lap. Yes, it will be Dunham. Trent Dunham, car number 1, leads the first lap of this race here. At Charlotte, as we go through as we have 1 down and 59 to go. So you can be sure there's going to be a lot of tremendous racing here today on this racetrack. Cole Deaver moves to the low side here. Deaver would like to get a win here this season. You know that. He's been close a couple of times. As we come out turn number 4 here. And Deaver was another one who was not without problems at Sonoma, California here. In fact, 4 of the top 5 drivers in that race, and Sonoma, this is how wacky Sonoma got, to be honest. 4 of the top 5 drivers running in the race there, for most of the race there, all suffered problems, and Deaver suffered his on the final lap of the race while running in about 4th or 5th spot. Or actually, it might have been a little bit further back than that, though, but Deaver had an engine failure on the final lap while running in just outside the top 10 in that race. So, in the other 3, and of course, we mentioned Seth Cole had a engine failure. Then two of the top 5 runners as well too. Shelton and McIntyre, Levi McIntyre, that is, both had tire failures that knocked them out of contention. So those 4 drivers, you know, would like to get redemption from those from the bad luck they suffered at Sonoma. But right now you got Pontiac's first and second here. It is Nikki Martinez in the lead right now. She leads her first lap of the race here. Mike Becker was running second, but now has lost second to Mason Wood in 52. And another surprise here, Kate Anderson, car number 88, the second Goodwrench Chevrolet. This is not a team car of Cole Deaver's, by the way. She drives for a different team. As she comes off turn number 4, Kate takes second position, and now she looks for the lead now. Mason Wood led that lap from Kate Anderson, but Kate now says move over move over 52. I'm going for the lead, and she takes it. But we got the dance. Ty in the 76 and Cassie in 84, the Suicide Squad team, and they're trying to take the lead away, and they will do so. Ty Dent now goes to the top spot in car 76. And for those wondering, Cassie is, yes, his wife driving that car. This is one of the 2 husband and wife teams we got on the season, by the way, the Dents, Ty and Cassie, and the other 2 being Kat and Keith, the Batsons, very much well known in this offline series. William Brock now takes 4th position away here. 3rd position away here comes Phil Parker in the green Quaker State Chevrolet. And that's one driver who like to have a little bit of luck turn around too. The other one's right there behind him, Cat Batson. But Phil Parker, the Raging Cajun, we've expected to see some good runs out of that number 5 Quaker State Chevy for the Raging Cajun out of Louisiana. But hard fact is, it's just not materialized for the number 5 team as he the man who won last season's Daytona 500, and that stands as right now as his last win at this moment. So he like to get a win. He like to get a couple of wins, a few wins to get some mojo back for that team. But Cat Batson now leads this lap, takes the lead right here. Phil Parker led the last time, by the way. So that's his first lap led. And now here comes Kat Madsen. She leads right for the only momentarily because here comes Charles Samper, the California Crusher, the 03 Vanilla Coke Chevrolet. And you're on board with Charles Samper in car number 03. Led the last time by, but now inside of him, I think that's Taylor Gertis. Yes, it is. In 41, he's got Cole Baker behind him in number 20. And number 17, Jesse Turner right there, who had that tremendous win out at California Speedway in that classic battle between he and Jessica Shelton down to the wire in that race here, where first it was Shelton passing him within the last 10 laps, and then Turner getting back at her for the same maneuver with about coming to the white flag. So Turner at least has that first one out of the way, and it's Zest Soap Ford, number 17. That's that light blue and turquoise car. But right now it's Cole Baker in the Dollar General SKF Ford, or Dollar General SKF Chevrolet, excuse me, out in front here. The car painted a lot like the 2013 Matt Kenseth colors out in front right now. And Baker leads that lap, but not by much over 97, Zach Winkle. As they move through turns 1 and 2, Winkle now takes the lead. And he's got Ryan George and Kyle Matthews behind him. Averaging 183 miles an hour after the first 11 laps of this race here at Charlotte. Inside with Kyle Matthews in car number 9, the mellow yellow Pontiac. Ryan George takes the lead that time by in car number 30, but Kyle liked to get him loose and take the lead from him as they come off turn number 2. Of course, Kyle so far this season has a win. That came in the dominating performance in the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro. His second win on that track here. Rob Evans, who started this race 39th, goes to third position now, and the man who started dead last, Angel Navarro, is now running in fourth position. As you see the field shoot on by in the camera shot. Fast lap race so far set by Mitchell Collins at 187.299 miles per hour to qualify pole at 185 miles an hour. So draft is all the more critical. We saw that in the All-Star race where we saw lap speeds of over 196 miles an hour. But obviously the conditions here a little bit warmer, obviously because of the slower speeds here that we saw compared to the Winston All-Star race. Angel Navarro leads, but here comes Seth Cole in car 25. He's got Zach Rogers behind him, as well as Jay Jefferson in 48 and Tyler Deaver in 24. As they come off turn number 4. And Seth, is he going to lead this lap, or is Rogers going to take it? Nope, Seth leads that lap. So the first 15 laps of this race just absolutely explosive so far here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As we look at Tyler Deaver right now, he tries to take third position away from Seth Cole. He will do so. And he will push Jay Jefferson as Jefferson takes the Pizza Hut Chevrolet to the top spot now. And he leads that lap. And like I said, and I didn't mention this neither. Anytime we go to the Charlotte 1994 track, we always see some tremendous racing, and the 600 is usually the highest lead change race of the season because we have seen lead change counts at over either almost or over 50 on this track here. And real-time Charlotte is not even that competitive neither. I mean, it is competitive, but it does not usually produce that many lead changes. But anyway, Tyler Deaver takes the lead now in car number 24 as Jefferson led the last time by. But here comes one of the guys who surprised them during All-Star Weekend, Jordan Anderson, the Mopar Dodge car number 91. As he takes the lead, he'll bring Kev Shearer with him, and Kev goes to the inside. Matt McIntyre pushing him in number 14, the Advanced Auto Parts Ford. That's that neon, that's that fluorescent red car, kind of a reddish orangish car there he's driving, but plain paint scheme, but still nonetheless there's major sponsorship on that machine. And McIntyre will take the top spot away as he takes the number 14 Ford up to the top spot. Quentin Moore behind him, the winner of the championship last season. He also won the season at Texas in the track sister to this. But right up there behind him, Joshua Osborne driving the Jennifer Jo Cobb, driving the Driven to Honor Chevrolet, the Jennifer Jo Cobb Special. That's Osborne right there pushing, or was pushing Quentin Moore, I should say. But now he goes inside trying to look for the lead. Nothing doing. And Moore holds on to the spot for the time being. But Osborne better not look to the inside because here comes Jake Emerson, car 01. He's got Keith Batson, Nathan Hudson, and Kate Anderson behind him. And right behind Kate is Mitchell Collins and another woman, Jessica Shelton. And she's got her buddy Charles Sanford behind her in car number 03. On board with Jessica Shelton in car number 11. She started this race 12th in the field, and right now she runs in. She was clocked the last time by in 10th position. Up ahead of her is Mitchell Collins and Matt McIntyre. See the speedometer on Shelton's car, 186 miles an hour into turn number 3. And now she'll get by McIntyre. She gets by, or tries to get by Osborne now in car number 10. And Jess had to tap the brake to keep from rear-ending Collins' car. Shelton also has our rear bumper cam as she looks now from the back of Charles Sanford's car. 22 laps in the books and down to 38 laps remaining at Charlotte Motor Speedway in what's been a fast-paced Coca-Cola 600. Shelton up to 6th place right now, now trying to take 4th from Jake Emerson, and she will do so as she keeps following Mitchell Collins behind in the 12 car. She looks low on the track there and scoops up some clean air and then tucks back in again. Right now, Nathan Hudson has a top spot here, number 18. Kate Anderson, 2nd position. Now here comes Kate to the low side. Is Shelton going to go with her? Yes, she will. And that will hang poor old Mitchell Collins out to dry in number 12. And now Kate Anderson shoots to the lead and brings Shelton and Sanford with her. So, off turn number 4 right now here. Sanford comes to the low side of the track here. Shelton tries to throw the block, but Sanford's already committed to that low lane, and he will take 2nd position, or tries to take 2nd, dips down, and he does take 2nd. As Anderson leads her first lap of the race here. Kate Anderson, that is. But Charles Sanford has got the draft working to his advantage. Tied in at the 3rd position. And where did Levi McIntyre come from in number 99? We haven't talked about him at all today, and he's up to the, looks like 4th position, I think it is. Yes, it is, up to 4th. Sanford leads his first lap of the race. And he'll get by Kate Anderson, and now he'll push Ty Dent to the lead, and then McIntyre split the Dent duo as he's now between Ty in 76 and Cassie in 84. And Rob Evans moved up the track here. I don't know what that was all about. Yep, now he scoops back down low to block Osborne. But now they come off turn number 4 here, and Ty Dent leads his first. I think it might be a 2nd lap led in this race here. But boy, everybody wants to lead a lap here today at Charlotte. That's for sure here. Off turn number 2 they come here, and now you got the dance. Ty versus Cassie, a drag race down the backstretch into turn number 3. Is Ty going to throw the block? Nope. Cassie goes inside, and she'll take the lead. And she's got 2 of the best here. The Dillons, Young in number 2, and Poteet in 22. And believe it or not, that's the first lap Cassie Dent has led this season in the Harley Quinn Ford. Unless I missed it somewhere else, though. I'm actually not sure, but this is racing at its finest at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Over 187 miles per hour here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Its laps we're looking at. In fact, the fastest lap actually make that 188, the fastest lap of this race so far, set by Jesse Turner. And Dylan Poteet goes to the #1 spot now. Dylan Young gets moved up the track, as does Cassie Dent. And now here comes number 52, Mason Wood, to the low side. And he's got Taylor Gertis and Rob Evans and Osborne behind them. And move the G Fuel Dodge to the top spot now. Mason Wood in number 52 takes the lead here. And digging that turquoise colored wheels on that number 52 Dodge. And also turquoise colored chassis color too on that number 52 machine there. So some unique looks on some of those cars here, and kind of a fashion designer's dream in some ways too. But anyway, off to number 4, Taylor Gertis will take the lead now, and he's got Rob Evans behind him. If there's one driver who does need, there's another driver that needs his luck changed here. Rob Evans in a 19 car, teammate to Johnny Gardner, and he has not been quite putting up the numbers that Gardner has this season in that Ineos Motorol Chevrolet. It's a Derek Kraus number with a Brittany Zamora paint scheme on that car. But he gets shoved up the track now. Here comes Jefferson inside of Osborne for second place. He's bringing Zachary Fitzwater in 59. Zach Rogers, Angel Navarro, and Trent Dunham behind them. And we're past halfway home now. 32 in the books and 28 left remaining here at Charlotte. The laps are clicking by very, very quickly here in this race today. In the turn number 1 they go. Here comes number 59, Fitzwater to the low side. He'll take the lead, or take second position, I should say. He brings Rogers and Navarro with him as they come off turn number 2. Gertis holds lead for the moment. Number 41, he leads his first. And that was the first lap he's led today. And Rogers says, "Out of the way, Fitzwater. I want to go for the lead here," and he will take second for the moment here. He brings Navarro with him. Chevy, Dodge, Pontiac, and Chevy on the inside lane. Dodge and 3 Chevys on the outside, and getting swallowed up by the field here. And it's now Gertis, Rogers, and Navarro, the top 3 for the moment. And Trent Dunham trying to join in on the fun. Here comes Zach Rogers to the low side. Navarro a little bit late on trying to go back down here. Trent Dunham will stick by Rogers, I should say. And here comes Dunham, low side for the lead, and they're almost 3 wide here. And boy, and whew, Taylor Gertis just squeezed in between Zach Rogers and Angel Navarro. I thought they were going to be 3 wide, and Gertis was going to be on the raw end of the stick there. Down Metrish into turn number 3. Here comes Jesse Turner. He'll take second place here. Take third place, I should say. Jake Emerson is in second place now in car 01, the U.S. Army Jimmy John's Chevy. Off through turns 1 and 2, Jesse Turner. Now up to second place here, Zach Winkle and Ty Dent back there, Matt McIntyre, and the guy who shocked them all in the Winston All-Star race here this season. That's the man in car number 8, Matt Haas. He won the Winston All-Star race on this very same pavement. Looking to go 2 in a row, and trying to get his first points pay win the season here in the 600. Matt looking pretty good right now. He's up to 7th position right now. Now trying for 6th, and he's got it. He's got Tyler Deaver behind him in 24, and Nicky Martinez in, well, 24 backwards, 42. I don't know why I say it that way, but it's fun. But anyway, off to number 4, Ty Dent takes the lead away here for another time. He leads his second lap of the day. Here comes Matt McIntyre for the lead. He's got Matt Haas behind him, so you got a pair of Matts on the low side. McIntyre and Haas, 14 and 8. Ford versus Pontiac. And you got a Chevy sandwich in between two Pontiacs here with Haas and Martinez. And that's the 24 Tower Dealers. They come out turn number 4, and now Matt Haas inches ahead to the lead now as we're now 40 in the books and 20 to go. If this would have been the Mellow Yellow 500, the race would have been over with, because that race is going to be 40 laps this season. But this is the 600 at Charlotte. We are doing 60 laps. Off turn number 4 here, Tower Deaver takes the Jeff Gordon cars up to the front now, and he'll take the lead and leads that lap. But here comes Nicky Martinez in 42 to the low side. Every single cars are running right. Every single one of the cars are running here, still running here. And we should be about almost close to pit stop time. We should be close to where pit stop time usually happens. Because it usually happens somewhere between somewhere between lap 48 and 50. And we now completed 42 of the laps here. We're now 18 laps from the finish. Phil Parker to the low side, car number 5, the Quaker State Chevy. Down the low side he goes, and Parker's going to take the lead for the time being. Inches ahead of Brock in the number 4 car, and he's got one of Kev Shearer's drivers here. That's actually Kev Shearer's only other teammate in the field. That's Ryan George in car number 30, the Pittsburgh Steelers Chevrolet. Down the backstretch they come here. Mason Wood in 52 and Cat Bass in 70. Here comes, and they got Dylan Young and Levi McIntyre behind them. The 2 in the 99 cars. Both Dylan Young and Levi McIntyre have both won this season. Young at Homestead and McIntyre at Nashville. And both of them looking to join Johnny Gardner as becoming another 2-time winner this season. We've run 13 races so far this season, and we've had 12 different winners. And this is how competitive this season has been so far. And Johnny Gardner has been the only 2-time winner this season so far. When he won at Bristol and Rockingham, Dylan Young now shoots it up front here. His win came on a 1.5-mile track, and for McIntyre that win at Nashville, that was a 1.3-mile racetrack he was on. He won at. Young led that lap, but now McIntyre takes the lead now at number 99. As we're now 15 from the finish now, car number 99 out in front. But here comes Mike Becker in 43 to this. He takes the Richard Petty cars down to the lead now. The STP Pontiac, the replica of the 1982 Richard Petty paint scheme. And Becker takes the lead now. That was the completion of lap number 46. 14 to go now. Taylor Gertis inside here, takes second position. Cole Deaver at the 3rd spot now. Ty Dent to 4th. Jordan Anderson trying for 5th, and he's got Keith Batson behind him in 39, the Daytona 500 champion. And Cole Deaver gets shoved to the track by Ty Dent now, and Deaver's got nowhere to go, so he's stuck behind Becker and just in front of Levi McIntyre and Dylan Young. And now that bunch is going backwards now. And now we're looking to see if anybody's going to dip to the apron and try to pit now. We're now at 48 down and 12 to go now. Or could they? I don't know if is pit stops going to happen, or they're going to able to make it all the way. That's going to be the question. Like I said, historically in this race, pit stops usually happen within the last 10 laps of this race. And we're closing up on 10 to go right now. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here. Batson to second place now. He's got Kev Shearer behind him, 99, or 69 I should say, excuse me. Batson low side for the lead. He's going to take it off from Ty Dent. Shear to second. Matthews at the third spot now in the number 9 car. That's the Jamie McMurray base. That's a 2003 Jamie McMurray base that Matthews is driving on that number 9 Melly Yellow Pontiac. Off the board turn, 10 laps remaining. Shear to the lead. Matthews to second. Who led that lap? It was Kev by just about a bumper over Kyle Matthews. And Mitchell Collins now pulls in behind him in the 12 car. And now Mitch goes for the lead now. Car in the number 12 Pennzoil Dodge, the bright yellow car. Nobody committing to pit road just yet here. 9 laps remaining. Cassie Dent, low side, takes the lead now. Nathan Hudson's in there, number 18. Trent Dunham, Jessica Shelton, and Quentin Moore. That's the first 5 in the inside groove of the track here. Now Hudson looks low. And still nobody's pitting here. 8 laps remaining. And now it's Dunham to the top spot. Car number 11. Back on board with Jessica Shelton. As Jess now looks for the lead in car number 11. She looks to the low side of Dunham. And she'll take the lead here, and she'll lead that lap. And we got some cars pitting. Quentin Moore, Jake Emerson, and Zachary Fitzwater. First 3 cars that's come into the pits now. Okay, so first pit stop's happening on coming to completion on lap 53. Let's see what happens here off turn number 4. Oh, we got a gaggle of cars back there. Oh my gosh. Matthews is in. Kyle Matthews and we got problems on turn number 4. Tire. Big crash on the 4th turn. We saw Cat Batson damaged up. Joshua Osborne's crashed. 41 car of Taylor Gertis has crashed. Kate Anderson's damaged up. Oh my God, look at the damage to Batson's car. Number 70. Mason Woods crashed. I think I saw the 97 car Zach Winkle crashed. There's Jesse Turner, 17. Crash happening, coming to the completion of lap number 54, and it was coming to 7 laps. That's coming to 6 laps remaining, and here's what happened to cause the crash. Zach Rogers, he was crashed right there. There's where the whole Holocaust happened here. William Brock, there's in it Ryan George. Okay, we're going to look for the number 20 car of Cole Baker. You see, Kate Anderson slowed up and she gets hit by Taylor Gertis. At the same time, Baker got hit by the somebody else here. And here they are crashing up behind him. There's their whole thing was happening. Yeah, Brock was in it. Cole Baker's in it. Taylor Gertis in it. I don't know if Tower Deaver got any damage in the crash here. There's Batson, Ryan George, Jesse Turner, Phil Parker, Matt Haas, Mason Wood. That's another thing we usually see when people start to pit, though, is you usually see people that's crashed up there. There's Osborne. He's got some damage to his number 10 car, damage to the number 4 car. We'll look and see if Tower Deaver got any damage here as they come to the start-finish line here. He sees the wreck happen in front here. Anderson comes back up on Kat Batson. That's where Kat got hurt. Got her big damage to her number 70 car. I mean, major damage is all I can say. Tower Deaver hits Kate Anderson. That's what happened right there. I don't think it's gonna hurt him a much there. He didn't. In fact, I don't even see much damage to the number 24 car, to be honest. So the question being now, who all pitted and who didn't? That's going to be the question now, as we're now coming to 3 laps remaining now. Pace car lights are off. Mitchell Collins is the leader right now in this race here. Second position is Rob Evans. Third is Keith Batson. Fourth is Phil Parker. Fifth is Matt Haas. Sixth is Ryan George. Seventh is Nathan Hudson. Eighth is Jessica Shelton. Ninth is Trent Dunham. 10th is Ty Dent. And we are going to get a green-white checkered finish in this race here. Now, like I said, the question. Question being, who pitted and who didn't? And we saw some of the cars that did pit. We saw a buttload of cars that pitted before the yellow flag flew. You know, we saw guys like Osborne, Dylan Young, Quentin Moore, Nicky Martinez, and several others that did pit. So if some of the guys who didn't pit run out, it could play beneficial to some of the guys who did pit before the yellow flag while the yellow flag flew. And the cars out of the race here again were Mason Wood, Matt McIntyre, Kat Batson, and Joshua Osborne all crashed out of this race here. 2 cars are lapped down. Zachary Fitzwater and Quentin Moore, the green flag flies, were back underway. 2 laps remaining. 58 laps are in the books, and some of the cars, I think, are slowing down. Batson's caught up on the high side. He... You know, Ryan George is caught up behind Batson there. Let's see what happens in the turn number 3. I think Batson's getting ready to pit. Yes, he is. Batson, I think, is coming in. Ryan George is coming in, I think. Oh, and Mitchell Collins, the leader. Yeah, the leader's pitting now. Who's that give the lead to? The white flag has flown. Who's that give the lead to in this race? I think it's going to give it to Hudson. Yes, it is. Hudson takes the lead. Here comes Dunham. He's got Johnny Gardner behind him through turn 3 and 4. And from the pole to the podium, and what a way to ring in a new sponsor, Nathan Hudson wins the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. Nathan Hudson in his maiden voyage with Interstate Batteries on his sponsorship on his car. And what a way to ring in a new sponsor. Wins his first race with that sponsorship on his car. After starting from the pole, I think he's a to Interstate Batteries, I think he's a keeper, buddy. But boy, not without a little bit of fuel drama there. Boy, and poor Mitchell Collins led at the last restart and had the pit at the white flag in this race here. But you take them anyways you can here. Average speed 167.514. The average speed in this race. What a tremendous race here. Nathan Hudson wins. Trent Dunham comes home second. Johnny Gardner third. Dylan Poteet fourth. And Jessica Shelton will finish in fifth. Kev Shearer sixth. Ty Dent with a strong run finishes since seventh here. Jade Jefferson eighth. Cassie Dent comes home in ninth. So a great day for the Dent family. Seventh and ninth respectively. And Kyle Matthews will round out the top 10, finishing in 10th as he barely beats Nicky Martinez to the line for that spot. Martinez comes home in 11th. Levi McIntyre 12th. Angel Navarro 13th. Zach Rogers 14th. 15th will go to Charles Sanders. Then Charles Sanders 15th. Dylan Young 16th. Mike Becker 17th. Seth Cole 18th. Jordan Anderson 19th. And Cole Baker matches his car number. Finishes in 20th. Jordan Anderson, or I should say, William Brock was 21st, and Zach Winkle, Jake Emerson, Cole Deaver, Kate Anderson, Tower Deaver, Jesse Turner, Taylor Gertis, Mitchell Collins ends up finishing 29th, and Rob Evans will come home in 30th in this race here. Keith Batson 31st, Ryan George 32nd, and those 4 cars had to pit late in the going. And I would suspect that some cars might have pitted on the last lap. I'm not sure if any did, of them did. Cars that finished a lap down: Zachary Fitzwater, Quentin Moore, Phil Parker, and Matt Haas were the cars that finished a lap down, 33rd to 36th. And the cars that were finished out of the race: Mason Wood, Matt McIntyre, Cat Batson, and Joshua Osborne. So those are the cars that finished out of the race here today. Here, 32 cars finished on the lead lap, despite the fact that the last 4 had to pit at the white flag. But for Nathan Hudson, a big win for him in the number 18 Interstate Battery Chevrolet. He takes in the victory lane here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and what was again another tremendous Coca-Cola 600. We saw lead changes, saw some great racing. Expect to see some more of that maybe the next time we come here for the Mellow Yellow 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got interests, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth goes ours for his channel. And be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup series on this channel as well too. And I guarantee his races are a whole lot better than what I have to offer too. We also got some in our online stuff on this channel too. So that will do it here today at Charlotte. Here for now, this is James Cole. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you at Dover Downs International Speedway for the FedEx 400.